When we came here, there was no Jewish presence at all, and we started JOT in order to bring some Jewish presence here. JOT, the Jewish Organization Tempe, which is now JCC, and started there just because we wanted something for our children.
And that was really the only Jewish organization in Tempe at the time. My parents, Michael and Joyce Geiser, were among the founding families of Temple Emanuel back in 1976.
I have been a member of Temple Emanuel since 1970. Well, even prior to the temple, 1975, my ex-husband and I founded the temple.
I think Karen's a little modest. This temple was actually founded in her living room, and that's where the original organizational meeting was held.
But at that point in time, it seemed to me all the young Jewish professionals, somehow or another, we worked it out so we got together. Like magic, we all wound up knowing each other. The Pearsons and the Rothbarts and the Limmers.
We had quite a few Jewish families that were looking for something, and there was nothing here.
Called up Evie Liebman, said, hey, listen, we got to do something. We got to develop a synagogue here. And she came over, and that was the beginning of Temple Emanuel.
I'm Evie Lieberman's youngest child, and she was the founder and first president of Temple Emanuel. She would always tell the story that she was sitting at our house on the lakes one day, and there was a knock on the door, and it was Jerry Hirsch, and she opened the door, and Jerry said, Evie, we got to start a synagogue together. My brother was sharing with me that he was interviewing my mom in the last couple of years of her life, asking her about what is, she most proud of, and we were all hoping she'd say being a mom of 5 kids or something about the family, and she immediately said she was most proud of founding Temple Emanuel.
Saw an article in the Phoenix Jewish News that said they were forming a synagogue in Tempe and they need volunteers.
I saw an ad in the Tempe Daily News that a Reformed congregation was going to be formed.
Everybody was a different part of Judaism. Some were Orthodox, some were totally Reformed. We didn't want to have a label to, make people feel like they couldn't be there with us.
A bunch of docs, basically, a couple of attorneys, and a real estate fella who put together the land and came to us and said, would you like to invest? And we said, well, how much? He told us, and we said, we can do that.
We're in a synagogue. We can't donate any money. We have no money, but I'm a CPA, and I'm happy to donate my services. And then Jerry Hirsch said, fine, you're now a member of the committee, and you'll be our treasurer.
So he came home and said to me, I just signed us up to form a temple. And I said, are you crazy? I know nothing about Judaism. I grew up in New York, but I never had any religious training. And the rest is history. We got involved in the temple, and many years later I finally took Hebrew classes, and I had a bat mitzvah here at Temple Emanuel at the age of 65.
Dear Helen Pearson told us about a synagogue that was going to open in Tempe, and it was going to be reformed, and I asked her where it was, and she told me right here on Rural Road. So Bill and I were looking to buy our very first home, and we actually bought our house just in the lakes area behind this plot of land because we knew it would be so convenient.
I remember my parents visiting and Mark saying to my father, come on, my parents were Orthodox, come on, we'll walk over.
Oh,
because from the lakes,
sure.
It's right here.
Jerry Hirsch called everybody in the temple, about 40 families, and said, what committees would you like to be on? So we signed up for committees, and I think I remember signing up for 2, and Michael signed up for some. Everybody was very excited about getting things moving.
My father, Michael, was the original vice president of the temple.
So we went to the first service and met all these other young families. We were all in our 20s, and it was really quite nice, and we enjoyed the service.
The student rabbi led us for a little bit, and then when Rabbi Resnikoff came, we asked him, and he stayed with us for 2 years, I believe, and then he got ill and passed on.
And Lisa said Rabbi Reznikov was the best human ever. He was just a gentle soul.
Because of Rabbi Reznikov is why I got very involved in the temple. He was a wonderful, gentle, caring man. And he would always say, honey child, you have to care. And for some reason, I just hooked onto that. And he is the reason that I became so active in the temple.
And what did he do?
He wrote poetry. He wrote postcards with stick figures to everybody in the congregation. And he did magic tricks.
Pulled nickel quarters out of his ear.
With the students. He was a very inspiring, gentle, caring man.
He did this for about a year and then became ill and said, I can't do this all by myself. Can you help me? I said, sure. And there I was. With this very young congregation, everybody was very enthusiastic. Everybody pitched in and did things. There was a sense of belonging, of community, and I knew everybody. So when I did a bar mitzvah, when I did a wedding, when I did a bris, these were people that I knew, and we were bringing them into the fold, enriching their life Jewishly.
The friends that we made from the beginning, we still have, like the Ginsbergs. I mean, you know, it's just, it's amazing because it is a sense of family.
Got involved with Temple Emanuel early on, along with my one-year-old daughter Melody, and followed with my daughter Gail and 4 grandchildren.
My mom was a past president of Temple Emanuel, and then my dad was the youth group leader, Teddy, for quite some time.
Leading up to my bar mitzvah, I was kind of like scared. Standing up on the bima, I felt super confident, and it kind of just like flowed.
And the sanctuary building was multi-purpose everything. It was the sanctuary, it was the classroom, it was the Oneg Shabbat, multi-purpose room. Temple Emanuel was all I've ever known.
My first memory at Temple Emanuel is probably in pre-K Sunday school.
Attending Yad B'Yad preschool and building a cohort of Jewish friends.
While I did have my baby naming here, my first memory was probably when I was here at religious school in 1st grade, and I remember playing monkey on the ground at the playground.
As Tempe's population grew and word spread that there's a synagogue in Tempe, our membership in religious school grew in size, and we ran out of space. And there were multiple times that we've had to expand the facility to be able to accommodate our members and to do all of the educational, religious, life cycle kinds of events and activities that are part of our community.
We knew that if we built it, they would come, and now we're into our 3rd generation.
It means that what we did 50 years ago was meant to be, and it was so smart and so needed.
The impact that they've made on families, such as mine, you know, I don't think they ever realized that. And when I brought that to their attention, they all broke out in tears because they didn't.
I didn't think about its longevity, really. I only thought about how important it was to have a temple in Tempe.
What most excites me is walking around today, having a tour, seeing so many kids.
My kids like singing the Hebrew songs like while they're playing or something. Instead of hearing other songs, she's singing the tefillah, the songs they sing, and like when I hear that, it makes me happy.
And when we find out from some of their other friends at school and they ask us, "Oh, you guys are Jewish," and it makes me happy because they're going to school and feel proud and happy to share that information with their classmates, whether they're Jewish or not.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that they're feeling proud of that makes me feel good as well.
My mom's whole life was really about treating young kids almost like adults. That was her thing, to just like include people, have them kids always be around. I think that helped set the tone for what Emanuel grew into.
My childhood memories are coming to religious school and being excited to come to see and spend time with friends. And, you know, my parents were friends with members of the temple, and the parents got together, and then us kids got together, and it was just part of our social fabric. And that's what I would like to see continue.
My parents were involved in a Havurah. I'm involved in a Havurah, actually with a childhood friend from the temple.
And continuing that Kesla tradition of helping out the second graders, I think that's just something, a unique thing. From having Miss Thea as a teacher, to teaching with her, to her being, I believe, my parents' Teddy advisor, so she knows her family in and out.
I get to wake up every Sunday and go, I'm gonna go help these kids have fun today, and I think that's really exciting.
Sometimes when you go to be a member of whatever it is, religious, not religious, it almost feels like you're auditioning for a part, and are they willing to accept you or not? Whereas when we came here, I think both of us, and even the kids too, just instantly we felt like we were part of something without ever even knowing a single person here. It just felt normal. It just felt kind of like we had already been here for a while, and there were new faces that were joining when we were the new faces.
This temple is wanting that continued interaction and community. And
my fondest memories after my bar mitzvah were in this space, like where we're sitting right now, painting this room.
We were all singing, we were all having a good time.
Tossing out those egg shakers.
Yes!
I talked to my class about that today. I kid you not.
I sought out to get here early to help the person who was working it, or because I was working it myself, but because I wanted to just hang out.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what our confirmation and post-confirmation classes were. We were just kind of hanging out, chatting, and then it was like something was thrown in that tied it to Judaism, and we were like,
especially in high school, there's a lot of times, you know, times like now, it's really beneficial to be able to have your group of, you know, Jewish friends.
As a kid, I was like, oh, I can't wait to be done. But then I found my people and I really enjoyed everything. So I started as a madricha. I did that all the way up through senior year, and then senior year, I got the offer to come back as soon as I started at ASU and work. And so now I teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Community-minded people, and we want to see people stay and continue to be here. And so the 8th, 9th, 10th, like the confirmation classes, all of that is very built on continuing that community piece. And so I would say stay, because it's worth it. You're going to build that community, and it's going to be a lot of fun still.
I feel extremely lucky to have been in that place, in that time, and that moment.
It's kind of amazing to me that we were involved in something that has such longevity and legacy.
There's been some kind of glue that hasn't lost itself, and it seems to me that what I see now, in the future, is going to be far bigger and far better.